We're basically real estate consultants handling across the NCR. NCR is basically concentrating in Gurgaon. Residential properties in South Delhi. Commercial we don't do in South Delhi because there's not much happening over there, because 300 of the Fortune 500 companies are in Gurgaon, so Gurgaon is the growth market, and that's where we normally function from. Okay, commercial properties. In commercial we divide it into 3 or 4 segments. One is the retail. Retail, as you know, the retail stores. We handle leasing, we handle sales for that. We have offices we offer end-to-end solutions. End-to-end solution means that we procure the office spaces for you, we do the procurement of the office, we do the designing of the office for you through our associates, we do the interiors, we give you a fully equipped office for you to work in, and we do leasing for the same also. In industrial sales we do leasing. So if you have noticed that for the last couple of months I've been asking for properties in Udyog Vihar. Those are industrial estates, but because it has now come under a commercial license, they are allowed to operate in offices, so we can have an IT passed over there. So we are interested in industrial lands also, but we don't specifically deal in factories. So if somebody has a factory in Rajasthan and says handle that factory for me, I won't be able to do it. But we are specifically looking for industrial properties in the NCR. Residential we do plots we do resales, plots we do original bookings, houses, new houses, old houses coming up for resale, builder built houses, owner built houses, builder floors, we do sales of builder floors. Builder floors are typically floors which builders make on lots of land, 200, 300, 500 square yards. So if you were looking for a 3 or 4 bed house, you didn't want to go into a high rise, we sell builder floors also. We deal in again primary sales and we deal in secondary sales. We do leasing for those floors also. We deal in group housing. Group housing could be affordable group housing. We do group housing in terms of high rise. So group housing is a broad category which I'm talking about. So it could be say for example Park Place. If you want an apartment in Park Place, you want an apartment in a group housing like a cooperative group housing society. You want to do some sales or purchases in affordable. We do affordable as well. Affordable, I don't want to take too much time because it's everything is a very complex sort of matter. So we deal in collaborations. So if you have a property or industrial property or a residential property or a commercial office space which is lying vacant, I can bring in a developer for you who will jointly develop the property for you, give you a rental yield on that, or develop that property and sell it for a profit. If you have a house, you have a plot of land anywhere in Gurgaon or in South Delhi, I can bring in a joint venture specialist for you. Your value of that property would go up. In terms of percentage, we typically say that it goes up by 1 to 1.25%. So if your property is valued at 1 CR, you could typically achieve 1.25 CR in sales after you've done a joint development with the investor. What are my special core areas? Now everybody does properties. You see there must be more than 50,000 property agents across Gurgaon, if not more. I mean, it's a largely unregulated belt. What makes me special? We deal in properties structured by asset reconstruction companies. For all of you who don't know what an asset reconstruction company is, when a product goes belly up and they are unable to perform, it becomes an NPA with the bank. The debt is then bought over by an asset reconstruction company. I work closely with a couple of asset reconstruction companies and we deal in their specific products. So for example, we are currently working with an asset reconstruction company called Suraksha, which is a Sun Pharma group. They've currently taken over the debt of JP. They have taken over Unitech debt for specific projects. When an asset reconstruction company takes over the debt, they take over the debt by paying off the banks and they take over the equity in some form of some percentage of that property. Those properties come back to me for resale at lower than market value, which is what makes me special. Those properties are not available in the market. If you go to the asset reconstruction company, they are not legally allowed to sell because sales are not part of their core component as per RBI guidelines, so they have to work through us. We have mandated sales for these asset reconstruction properties. Typically NPA resales, if you have a property, you know a builder, a large builder, now I'm not talking about an independent builder who has gone and become an NPA. If you know somebody who's got a group housing, there's a project in Dwarka Expressway where it's become an NPA, come to me, I can arrange funding for that. Come to me, I can arrange for sales for that. If you want funding for your house, housing loans for flats, group housing projects, commercial real estates and hotels pan India. The projects need to be large. We won't typically do a 50 lakhs funding. So for the larger projects pan India, we would go in for a minimum investment of 50 to 100 CR. FSIs are basically for non-industry people. Basically, an FSI is an area for development earmarked which is been given a license. So for example, you have a 5-acre property which will have 5 lakh square feet to develop, and somebody who's got the license of the land cannot develop that property. They do not have the bandwidth to develop the property, they don't have the funds to develop it. We can work with them. If they want to make an exit, because this is also one way to make money, you buy a piece of land, you get industrial licenses or you get commercial licenses on them, and we sell them as a completed project. So we have buyers for that also. Bear in mind, FSIs could be industrial, FSIs could be for hotels, FSIs could be for residential projects, for group housing, for affordable housing. Again, to repeat upon the funding, we do housing through associates, DSAs, non-banking financial, and we do equity funds. Commercial projects, stalled projects, NPAs, we bring in the funding through FDIs also. There's a lot of foreign direct investment which comes. We also do hotels. If there's a hotel who's looking for an operator, we bring in the operator also. So we bring in, if you have typically a Sector 29, we're sitting in a hotel right now. If this hotel wasn't doing well and you, the owner, and he's saying, I don't understand how to work this, so it's not a profit making op, we can switch the operator. In Lemon Tree, we can bring in room looms, we can bring in Imperial Hotels, we can bring in Hyatt, we do mergers for hotels. Any kind of infusion of equity with specific structuring, supposing there's a hotel and they need some funding, they need to have an equity partner, we can bring in equity partners for hotels. It's a very specialized field. For a hotel funding, we have specialized groups, which obviously Suresh ji, I think, knows that we work with the Piramal group. They have a specific fund earmarked for hotel distribution for loans, which are structured loans specifically for a particular hotel on their particular requirements. I'll do more of that later if somebody is interested in that. Again, what makes us exceptional? We're complete service providers for companies of any size setting up businesses in India. We provide real estate, office incubation for smaller operations, leasing, infrastructure licensing, government clearances for projects, tax compliances, insurance, legal assistance, which is handled through associate partners like Suruchi ji, Raju, Mohit, Tabassum. This is my new team. I was doing it with my old team, but now you guys are member of my core teams. So legal assistance, taxation, anything, we'll be working together. Now tell me something, is there a property owner over here? Anybody who owns a property, their father owns a property? Now could you just stand up? This is a random quick fire question answer round I'm going to do. I'm not going to talk about my successes, I'm going to ask about your successes. Now could you tell me, when was your property bought? Or do you know how much the property is worth then and today, roughly? 100 times. So over a period of 40 years, there's 100 times, 100x times the property is grown. So if it was 1 crore, it is 100 crores now. Would you say that's a good investment? Good yield?
Yes.
You're secured for life. Anybody else is the property owner over here? Anybody else? Anybody owning a property? You have a property, you said that your father owned some farms and you had some properties, huge properties. You have so many properties, so would you say that you are secure because your father or your parents are secure, or your family is secure because of the assets you have, which have been acquired over the years? Great. Anybody else has a property?
I have a property.
You have a property, sir. Tell us, when did you get it and what did you do and what's happened with that property and how are you benefiting?
I got it 2 years back.
Yeah.
And I bought it for 12 lakh rupees. Now it is 10 lakh rupees.
That's okay, sir. But are you using that property?
No, it is idle.
What did you buy that for? With a specific bent of mind? Did you buy it for an investment?
It was a builder plot.
Yeah.
It was a builder plot.
Yeah.
I thought that maybe I can make a house over it.
So did you have a particular time frame of mind that what time is that asset going to give you yield? Because it's not like a share price.
Yeah,
you can't buy
some airport is coming nearby. Maybe with that airport will come and something will happen to.
So did you take any consultant's advice or was it just a guesswork you did?
No. It was a consultant's advice.
Okay, so you need to switch your consultant. That's come to me.
Okay.
Right. My asks. I need people who want to buy properties offering rental returns, typically called pre-leased assets, with investment corpus starting 1 crore. Anybody looking for a rented return offering 7, 8, 9%, come to me. Companies or brands like Haldiram's, Bikanerwala, Pantaloon, Decathlon, Shoppers Stop, Spencer's, Reliance, Fresh, etc., who are looking for areas to lease out for their outlets. So if you know any big companies who are looking to expand their horizons, they want to set up, they want 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 square feet, anchor brands, even smaller shops, Monte Carlo, anybody who's looking to position themselves, we have new malls coming up which are giving out spaces, and we have the mandate for those malls. I want investors looking to purchase distressed assets which will give great returns over a period of 2 years. Again, these are the distressed assets we take over from NPS. I'm currently offering plots in Nirvana Country 2, which typical market value is around 70 to 75,000 per square yard. I can give it to you for 55,000 per square yard. This is a small window of opportunity. I have got a limited release, and the payment is structured over 1 year, covered by RERA. Money goes into an escrow account. You're 100% safe. I'm looking for clients wanting to lease out their retail or office spaces, or wanting to enter into joint ventures for the properties, which I've already repeated. My biggest gift to this chapter is me. I'm not going to give any names here. There's no name written over here. You want to know what I can give you? Come and do a BDM. Come to the chapter meetings. Come to my office. Meet me. Call me to your office, and I'll tell you what I can do for you. I've got 30 years of experience. I've been in the food industry. I've been in export industry. I've been an industrialist. I've been a trader. I've been a manufacturer. All along with my retail business. All along with my construction business. I've got a lot of experience. Come and meet me.
Oh,
So, make the effort for yourself and see how you can benefit.
This is the best part of this presentation.
Thank you. Thank you very much.